What are your thoughts on the 100th anniversary of women getting the right to vote?
Well, the first thing I do whenever something historical comes up is to try to put it in some kind of context. And the context here is that for thousands and thousands of years, might made right. Strength was what counted. What was valued were men who were very strong, very powerful, and very mean. And the stronger and the meaner, the better. And they valued women that could produce babies, because you had to produce lots and lots of children or you simply disappeared. Now, in that world, women didn't get much of an equal footing. That's the way it was. It wasn't because of somebody's natural inclination to be one-sided in dealing with people. That's the way the world worked. And then came the Industrial Revolution, and it all changed. Because at that point, it no longer was that important to have strong men. You operated things with machinery then. Strength stopped being the big thing. And big families weren't that important. Don't forget, until then, big families was the way to security. That was the only way that you survived. And suddenly that all changed. And when it changed overnight, women had full equality. But it took some time for people to get used to that. You don't change belief systems over thousands and thousands of years overnight. It took people a little bit of time to get used to the new relationship. And that is how we reached the battle for women's suffrage, which is now sort of blown out of all proportion. It didn't last all that long. They won pretty quickly. And when you look at it, just think about it. Women went into that battle almost totally unarmed. They had zero political power. They couldn't vote. So therefore, they couldn't put any fear in a politician that they'd vote against him. They didn't have political power. They didn't own publications. They couldn't get their message out that way. And women didn't have much control of money. And so they went into the battle almost unarmed. But they had a secret weapon. It was called men. Women had fathers and brothers and husbands and sons. And they were family. And they supported their women. And when the vote came up 100 years ago in Congress, an all-male Senate voted better than 2-1 for women's suffrage. And in the House of Representatives, men voted better than 3-1 in favor of women's suffrage. The family won. Daughters and fathers, wives and husbands, sisters and brothers, moms and sons, the family, all of us together, men and women, work together to bring us together on the political front as well as the family front. And we've been knocking down barriers ever since.